Hello everybody! Welcome to this 7-day beginner-friendly yoga challenge that I am currently hosting in collaboration with Silverwind. Together, the team over at Silverwind and I have designed 7 bite-sized practices that serve as a very gentle introduction into the wonderful world of yoga. As today's practice is the first day in the yoga challenge, I thought we would start things off nice and simple with a few foundational poses. So you won't need any props for today's class, and when you're ready to get started, just meet me at the top of your mat, standing. We're going to start today's class standing at the top of your mat in a pose called Tadasana, or mountain pose. So with your feet hips distance, your arms relaxed down by the sides, palms facing forward. You can let your eyes close here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then open the mouth, exhale. Let your shoulders relax down the back. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Once more like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then gently drop your chin down to your chest. Blink your eyes open. And on your next inhale, reach both arms up overhead. As you exhale, take your right hand to your right thigh. Reach your left arm up and over towards the right. Side bend. Pushing your hips to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your inhale, bring both arms back through center. Exhale, switch sides. 3 breaths. On your inhale, come back through center, both arms lift. Exhale, release the hands down by the sides. Once more, inhale, big breath in, lift the arms. Exhale, take a deep bend in your knees, fold forward, coming into forward fold. You can take as deep of a bend in your knees as you'd like here. Let your arms either hang down towards the floor, or you can grab opposite elbows. Just hang out here for a second. You can push your weight forward into your toes, back into your heels, or bend side to side, straightening one leg and then the other. Try to relax your neck while you're hanging out here. Two more breaths. And then on your next inhale, you're going to lift your chest up halfway, bring your hands to your lower legs, coming into a flat back position so that your shoulders draw down the back and the crown of your head reaches forward. You can keep a slight bend in your knees, but try to get your back as flat as possible, almost imagining that you have a really expensive glass of wine there and you want it not to fall. Take one more breath. And then on your exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, bringing your chest towards your thighs and the crown of the head towards the floor. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up halfway, crown of the head draws forward. Remember the glass of wine. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. And then on your next inhale, take a deep bend in the knees, bring your hands down to the floor and step your feet back into a plank position. So hands are stacked underneath your shoulders, and when you look back to your toes, they're stacked directly underneath your heels. Try to push the floor away here, rounding the upper back, and then scoop your tailbone down, bracing your abs, almost like someone's going to punch you in the stomach. You want to brace as hard as you can. One more breath. And then on your next inhale, bend your knees, lower them all the way down to the floor, coming into tabletop, hands and knees. Once again, hands are stacked below your shoulders, your knees are just below your hips. And on your next inhale, you're going to push your belly down, squeeze your shoulders together, Lift your chin and look up. Coming into cow. As you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, push the floor away, round the spine. Cat. 3 more like that. Inhale. Arches the spine. Exhale. Rounds the spine. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale, round. Last one. And then on your inhale, come back through center, flat back. Untuck your toes and push your hips back towards your heels, coming into Balasana, child's pose. Now there's a few different variations you can take here. Option 1, if you'd like to release more into the low back, you can bring the knees together or slightly wider than together, about hips distance, releasing your chest down towards your thighs and your arms up overhead. Option 2, if you'd like to work more into the hips, bring the knees wider than the hips, or maybe as wide as your mat. Let the big toes come together. And then as you exhale, release the chest down in between the knees towards the floor. Take one more breath here. And then on your next inhale, look forward to your hands, press into your palms to lift the elbows, then tuck your chin to your chest, roll forward, coming into an extended tabletop. So this time, your knees are behind your hips. Squeeze your butt here. Remember, someone's gonna punch you in the stomach. Well, they won't, but just imagine that to engage your abs. And then look forward on your next inhale. Push the weight forward into your fingertips, bend the elbows towards the back of the mat, shoulders lean forward, coming all the way down onto your belly, Chaturanga, modified Chaturanga. On your inhale, lift just your chest into a low cobra. You can lift your hands here to make sure that you're using the strength of your back muscles to lift you up. And then as you exhale, hands down, press into your knees, push your weight back towards your heels. Once again, child's pose. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, round forward. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs so that your chest and your hips are in one line. Look forward. On your inhale, lean forward. Exhale, bends the elbows back, Chaturanga. On your inhale, you can stay low, baby cobra, or push into your hands, lifting your chest and your hips into upward facing dog. If you're here and it feels okay, press into the tops of your toes to lift your knees, pushing the back of your head back. Inhale, knees down, press your hips back, exhale, child's pose. Last one, inhale, rounds you forward. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs, look forward. Exhale, chest and hips lower at the same time, Chaturanga. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Exhale once again, child's pose. On your inhale, roll forward into your tabletop. And then tuck your toes, and as you exhale, lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Just a few cues here. Don't worry so much about your heels coming down. Keep a bend in your knees and prioritize lengthening your spine. So press the floor away like you're pushing a heavy box overhead, lifting your hips as high as you can, looking either to your knees or to your navel. Press down through all 10 fingers. Take a deep breath in. And then open the mouth, exhale. 2 more breaths here. You can stay still, or you can pedal the legs. Shake out your head, shake your hips side to side. On your next inhale, roll forward briefly through your plank. And then as you exhale, lower the knees down, untuck the toes, come to sit back on your heels. All right, and that's the class for today. Thank you all so much for joining. Here we have the beginnings of a sequence in yoga called a vinyasa, which is very popular in a lot of yoga classes. And I encourage you to try out the class again, keeping in mind the cues that I've listed, and just experiment in your way with each of the poses, because every day is different. Your body is going to feel different each day. So just have fun with it. Remember to stay with your breath, and I will see you all back here tomorrow for day 2 of the challenge.